What else are you going to do apart from HR, apart from SD, apart from MM, finance, PP or PP? You also have PP, production planning. Apart from that, what are you going to do? Or project system. We have that also. What else you are going to do? Pardon? Auditing. Yeah, we can do this. What else? Yeah, but SAP also started expanding, right? The number of customers, number of data, the amount of data is so huge now, right? So only ECC system in a system landscape is not enough. It's not enough. Okay? When you have when you started a company, you started on your own, I said, first in this example, right? Then when you get more customers, when you have more work to do, then you hired people, and what did you do? You distributed your job to different people. So likewise, when the data is so big, when the volume of data very high, right? So we have to distribute that volume to different servers. I want specialized servers. So they started creating specialized servers. So we have server CRM, SAP CRM server, customer relationship management. Okay. So customer relationship management helps us to give better customer service to customers. Okay. Then we have SAP supply chain management. So I'm taking SD out from here, MM out from here, PP out, some of the modules I'm taking out, and I'm making a specialized system, supply chain management. Then SAP human capital management. So what I'm taking is, I'm taking finance little out, HR, human capital management, right? I'm specializing, so that is specialized for that, right? If you have to, company is big, right? Then also I have all these servers and more. I can have SAP APO, SAP SCM, SAP. See, this APO is advanced planning and optimization, right? Then strategic enterprise management, right? SRM, supplier relationship management, right? Supplier relationship management. So they are all specialized for different purposes. So many servers have come now. So earlier I said when we had SAP ERP application, the beauty there is we get one view of the company. We get one view of the company, one report, one view. But now it looks like I have to get some information from this server, then I have to get some information from this server, then to make a report, problem for me, right? I have still, it becomes like the whole thing, the first example I gave you, right? So how to sort out this problem? And also when I want a report, how to get report in all these servers? Problem, right? It's not easy in a real-time environment, right? And the way the data is stored in all these servers may not be the same, right? They may be storing in different formats, right? So the format has to be translated, documents has to be sometimes translated, right? And all this data has to be stored in one place, and then we have to make a report from there, rather than picking from all these servers as and when we want. It may not be correct because the timings may not be the same when we pick up from all the servers, right? And the data may not be organized properly, right? So for that reason, we have to have another server, SAP Business BW or Business Warehouse or Business Intelligence, we say, right? Later they named it Business Intelligence, right? So we had another server called BIBW. So what does BIBW do? It extracts data from all these machines, all these servers, and bring to this server. So I can extract as and when I want, and I bring all the data to this machine. So this should be a very powerful server, right? Data warehouse, storing It's a warehouse for data. Okay, and also is business intelligence. It guides the management, gives the intelligence to the management. Okay. So all these servers, do they have basis layer, database layer, OS layer, all these things? All these servers have? Do they have? All of them? Yes, of course. All of them has basis. This also has basis. This also has basis. This also has basis. All these servers have basis. So their basis functionality high. Their basis functionality is same or they are different. Maybe about 70% same. The basis layer here, BI. Why do you use BI? For reporting, right? Reporting, and not only reporting. Whatever whatever commands I can use or whatever functionalities I have in the basis layer here, I have here also. Plus, it is helping me in the reporting as well, right? So it has some additional functionalities. When I consider security, I have to implement security on reports also. What this guy can see, what this guy cannot see in a report. So security is little different from there. So like that, basis, same basis, but there are some differences, right? Like we say Linux, all the Linux are almost same, but there are distributions which are little different from each other, right? So, and also data format in them also different, right? So when we bring into this, we have to do a lot of transformation. We have to transform the data in a different form. And then from here, I will create a structure called InfoCubes. I will make InfoCubes or DSOs or any other infrastructure. Then from that infrastructure, I can make the report. I can get the report, right? Maybe I can use BEX, Business Explorer, right? Or I can use Business Objects and get the report. Okay? So that's how they will design. Okay? So I will just revise a little. What is your background? I was software engineer. You are a beginner for SAP?
Yes.
You're a beginner. So let me quickly brush up, right? Okay. So I said SAP is enterprise resource planning software. Is an application. And I explained what is ERP. What I told them is if I am a single person, if I am just a person, I can manage all my resources. My resources are cash, maybe food stock, or maybe gas, or whatever I have. I can manage. I know how much gas I have. I know how much cash I have in my wallet. All those I can manage. But if in an organization, if I am having a small organization, I have to use multiple applications to manage the multiple areas. If it is accounting, maybe I use simply accounting or QuickBooks or ACPAC, depending on my size and the transactions, right, number of transactions. I can use ACT to manage my contacts. I want to see how many people called me, how many people started work, became my customer, what transactions they did, how much they have to pay us. All those I can enter there, right? Then I have also, sometimes I may have to get some reports, right? So I use Crystal reports or I use Excel. So using this, I can extract from these different applications. I can bring it to Crystal report and I can get. But only thing is, since I am using multiple applications, I have to do some work. I have to know how to export data from simply accounting to Crystal reports. How to export data from here, ACT to Crystal reports. If I need a report which involves all of them, right? And how to manipulate the report in Crystal, manipulate the data in Crystal reports and produce the report the way I want. So all this takes time, right? By the time the data may be obsolete, right? Maybe I don't have the expertise to do, so I have to pay somebody to do that, right? And when I do something next time when I want to do in a different way, then again I have to start again, right? So it's a problem. So if I use multiple applications in a company, every time I want a report, every time I have to manage the company, I have a problem, right? I have to spend a lot of time, right? But if I have one application which will manage all the activities of an organization, account receivable, accounts payable, materials, human resources, everything, that will be fine. Such an application is an ERP application. And SAP is an example, right? And that is the top ERP application in the market now. If you take Fortune 500 companies, more than 85% of the Fortune 500 companies are using SAP, right? Why they selected SAP, right? There's a lot of good features, right? So that's what we are going through, right? So what I said is, any organization will use HR, SD, MM, FI, CO, FI financials, right? Sales and distribution, material management, HR, human resources. Any company has to use it, right? So they had a product called ECC. The older name was R1, R2, R3. Now the new name is ECC. So they sell ECC to that company. So when they sell that ECC system, that is SAP ERP system to that company, right? Then that company will start using it. Based on what module they use here, they pay the license, okay? But an SAP system basically has applications running at the top, okay? Below the applications, there is a layer called basis, which is intermediate between the applications and the lower layers. The lower layer is database layer and the OS layer, right? And hardware is at the bottom, right? So if a person users request for some information, that information comes from the database through the basis layer based on their security that is checked in the basis layer, and then the results come here and then go back to that user, right? So that's how it works, right? So database stores all the customer information, all the materials, invoices, all those things. Apart from that, it also stores the user information also. If I have a user, if I am Donatus, my username is saved here. My password, everything is saved here. So this is the database which stores all of them. Okay. Right. Then I also has to mention something. The hardware can be many types. There are many types of hardware, right? So can you tell me some examples of different hardware types? So it can be AX power machines. Okay. Then what else? Spark machines, Oracle Sun Spark machines, okay. Then what else? I-86 machines, Intel and AMD machines. Then what else? Mainframes, mini computers, AS400, right? Those days, Wangliers, right? So like that mini computers there. So there are mainframes, there are supercomputers also, and there is mainframe, and there is what else? Mini, then there is micros. So can we install SAP in all these computers, mainframe, mini and micro? Obviously, I told you in 1990s, beginning of 1990 and before that, they were using mainframe, right? They had SAP in mainframe, right? And they had dumb terminals connecting to the mainframe server, right? So can we have in mini computers AS400? AS400 is mini, so AS400 we can install SAP in AS400, right? Then micros. Micros are equally powerful now, so we can install in micros also, right? Apart from that, they have digital company was using different machines, right? All those things, right? Different hardware, right? So Spark machines, there is Spark machines, Spark machine. Spark is made by Sun earlier. Now it is made by Oracle because Sun is bought by Oracle, right? Spark, then IBM machines, different IBM machines, right? All those. Any machine, any hardware which is reasonably good hardware can run SAP, right? So SAP can be run in any hardware. What about operating systems? What are the different operating systems you know? So Unix, can it run on Unix? Unix also has different flavors. It can be AIX, it can be Solaris, it can be HP Unix. So SAP is running in all of them. Okay, all of them. No problem, right? But the only thing is AIX, we have to use an IBM hardware, and then HP Unix, we have to use the HP hardware, right? But for Solaris, we can use either i86 or Spark machines, okay? Then what else? Linux? Does it run in all the flavors of Linux? All the distributions of Linux? Red Hat is popular in North America. SUSE is popular in Europe. Mostly those two are good for that. Ubuntu also sometime, but it was originally a desktop. Right now they're going into servers and market, right? Yeah. So Red Hat or SUSE, right? Mostly SUSE is the only operating system used for SAP HANA. SAP HANA runs on only SUSE, right? But other SAP systems, all of them can be used. What about Microsoft? Can I use Microsoft Vista? Microsoft Vista? No, we cannot use. We cannot use desktop operating system, server operating system, right? So can I use Microsoft 2000, 2003, 2008, 2012? No problem, you can use, right? But you can't use Windows 8. You cannot use Windows 8. It cannot. Okay? So any operating system, no problem. It works, right? What about OS 400? OS 400, does it work on that? OS 400 is used by AS 400. So AS 400, OS 400, no problem, right? It works, right? And database, what are the different database you know? Pardon? Yeah, Oracle, then what else? Oracle, then Microsoft SQL, then Sybase. Sybase is mainly used for HANA. HANA came from Sybase, they are using there. Then what else? Informix, DB2, any database. Can I use Microsoft Access? Microsoft Access? No. Microsoft Access is small, right? So you cannot use for this purpose, right? So Oracle, MS SQL, OS 400, Sybase, Informix, DB2, and now HANA, SAP HANA. Okay? Any database can be used. SAP itself has another database also. SAP database, right? It also has, right?
Can you use in Mac operating system?
Which one?
Mac operating system.
For the server, they don't normally use that.
Are you there using that?
Yeah, I have not seen it. Do they have very powerful, big, powerful servers? Very powerful for SAP? Should be, yeah. But actually Mac is Linux.
Yeah,
Mac is Linux, right? Linux. So should be able to, but I never tried. I never had an opportunity, right? We didn't have a reason also to install there, right? So DB, any DB, right? So it supports everything in the world, right? Everything in the world. So that's another reason why SAP is good, right? Okay. So I told in an organization you have to have these applications. These are the basic applications in an organization, right? What are the applications? HR, SD, MM, financials, controlling or managerial accounting, project system, then production planning. All these are important, right? But when the volume of data keep on increasing, the number of materials keep on increasing, number of transactions keeps on increasing, one server could not manage if the company is so big. Something like Loblaws, right? Something like Maple, right? Big companies cannot manage with only this type of server. So they want these things to be specialized. So they made, SAP supply chain management, SD, MM, PP, some modules, specialized only in supply chain management, right? From the day you order the materials and to the day where you sell the materials, whatever happens is there, okay? And then human capital management, something in HR, something in payroll, human capital management. Then SAP advanced planning and optimization. Then strategic enterprise management. Then supplier relationship management. And all these servers, right? So now I went back to the old situation. I am using multiple applications. So how to solve this problem? When I use multiple applications, I am getting multiple views of the company, right? But I want one view of the company. So what I do is when I want to produce a report, I want the report to come from all these servers most of the time. Depends on all these servers. So for that reason, I have another server called BWBI, Business Warehouse, storing all the data, business data, right? So I get all the data from these machines and store it there. I have to do a lot of transformation because the way the data is stored in these machines are not the same. So all come here, the data comes here, right? Then I create some structures. I had to create info objects, info catalogs, right? Then I had to create ESO, then info cube and so on. Then from this, using a reporting tool, maybe BEX like Excel, or maybe business objects, right? Or crystal reports, I can produce my report, right? So, okay, that problem is okay, that is fine, right? But the problem is, I have two problems here. One problem is, by the time data comes here and by the time people make info cubes, the data is already maybe 1 day old, 2 day old, 10 hours old, or 1 month old even, right? The data is old. So in this world, you have to make decisions very fast. So data, even if it is 1 month old, or even if 1 hour old, maybe it's too late maybe, right? So how to solve that problem?